Hello there and welcome back to SnowRunner, and with the map Winter Wonderland by Mike Z. If you want to know the details of this map or want to download it for yourself, there is a download in the description. There we go, there's a download description too. There's a link down in the description section below the video that will take you right to it. If you want to try it for yourself and install it manually, or you can just go through the game's main menu and just search up Winter Wonderland, and you'll find it by Mike Z, and some numbers. I forget the numbers, sorry. I should have it in front of me, but that's fine. But yep, we are going to be continuing on our little run through here. Continuing pretty much right where we left off, I guess. If you weren't here for the last two episodes, I would suggest going back and watching them so you can see our progress up to this point. And whatnot. So, I think we're gonna start. Need to move this. I think. Sure. I think I'm gonna go get a mod vehicle because that's the only thing. Winch connected. Because that's the only thing that'll go through where we need to go. Oh, you know what? Let's use another mod. Truck store. I only have 76,000 though. No. Yeah, here we go. Is it this one, the 6x6? Oh, maybe it's the 8x8. I'm not sure. Oh, I don't have the money. Okay, we'll have to sell some trucks. So I'm going to sell the Fleet Star. Being as a good truck as it is, yeah, put it in reverse so I can actually get to the marker. Come on. Oh, I had the parking brake on. Come on. Get there. You're almost there. Move into garage. Okay. Yeah, we're going to sell this. So we're going to retain it. It's the only way to sell, I think. 30 grand. That'll get us 106, but we're going to need a bit more. So we're going to sell the... not that one. That one's actually been good to us. This one? Yeah. The Longhorn. Because what I'm going to do is I have another mod that'll build just some bridges over some of that mud over there. So retain, truck storage, yeah, sell that bad boy. It's weird looking anyway. Sell it because it's weird looking. Yeah, so let's grab the 8x8 over here, 8x8 concept. Yeah, purchase and deploy. Okay, so this is a modded thing. This is for bridges. That's what this one's for. So we're going to customize. I'm going to give it the Beast engine. Pro off-road mode, I guess. Sure. Suspension, raised and strong. Tires. These are mud excellent. So yeah, we're going to go with... Does it matter? I like these better. I like the chunky wheels. The knobbly tires. The offline winch, please. Extended heavy. Offline winch. That way we can pull ourselves over if we're not running. Spare wheels, sure. Definitely snorkel. Frame add-ons. Bridge frame, I think is what it is. Yeah. Bridge frame, that's what we want. So that's what this truck's going to be used for. Tow bar, sure. Miscellaneous. Did I put it all on there? Yeah, put it all on there. Exhaust. Oh, we're good. Those are good. I want to paint it green. Because we have the desert camo. Actually, we're in the winter, so let's go winter camo. Yeah, I don't know the person that makes this mod, but it is a really cool mod. Right, leave garage. So the only thing this is going to be used for is, look at the gears. Holy crap! On the left side there, on low, that is insane. Yeah, this thing's a beast. Whoever built this mod, they did a really good job. I think they might have a little bit of experience with these trucks, maybe, or with these vehicles. So yeah, now we'll go over to the trailer. I couldn't remember where it was. It's over here. Go over to the trailer dealer, or to our trailer shop, I suppose. Yeah, it's always a good idea. Always put your, always put a trailer thing next to the garage. There's a reason that the vanilla game does it. Okay, so now we got to scroll down until we find bridge. So we found bridge green. Where's the rest of them? Bridge white. There we go. Bye. Okay, so it is now connected. And now I gotta figure out how to fold this. Yeah, fold. Nope. Raise first. Ugh. I mean, so it's probably gonna take a few of these bridges, but I want a bridge over that muddy gap there so that we can drive normal trucks and don't have to have trucks upon trucks. Trucks upon trucks trying to pull through that fucking muddy mess down there. That is, well, it's more of a like the river kind of overflowed and tore up our road down there. So we're gonna take this bridge truck. We're gonna put some bridges down to try and bridge across. I know it seems like we're looking at this bridge mod today, but we're looking at this map as well. I mean, if you have the proper mods, I guess it's not so bad that place is flooded, but I would definitely maybe raise the ground in there. I think this is the right way to go. No, this is not the right way to go. I'm going the wrong way. Back her up. Yeah, this is a really cool vehicle. I mean, look at this interior and stuff. They did a really good job. Definitely looks like a military vehicle. You got bulletproof windows all the way around, like that. Probably got tons of armor. This thing probably weighs. Probably weighs a bit more than your average truck. I don't know how much this weighs. But the one thing I did want, and I still, oh my gosh, this has got the Allison transmission in it, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like they did a swap on it because this truck is way too old for that. This has got the Allison 6-speed automatic. You can see the gear selector there. It's just, those are just buttons. I know those so well because the state that I worked in, the DOT, we always call it the state, but Department of Transportation, their dump trucks, their newer ones. Actually, even though they're older ones as well. I don't know why I said newer ones. Maybe new as in when automatics were coming out. I don't know. But yeah, their trucks, they had these gear selectors. They're just buttons. Yeah, you just, right now it says it's a neutral, but obviously it's not. Because we're going. But yeah, it was yeah, just a little thing. Just little switches. watch where I'm going here. We're going about 5 mile an hour. It's a diesel, so it's 1500 RPM. Just gotta get up this damn hill. I don't think I need to put it in low yet. I mean, this thing is so damn heavy that if we can't get through the mud and through the ice and snow and stuff, we're just gonna bury the truck instead. Or bury this thing. This thing's so freaking heavy. I mean, if I had to take a wild guess, I'd say this thing probably weighs maybe 150,000 pounds, 100,000 to 150,000, maybe. Maybe that's shooting too high. Maybe 80,000. Maybe this weighs about 80,000 pounds. I'm not sure. I've never thought about military vehicles. This is definitely military. Wait, was this here before? Yeah, I think it was. So we need to go down there. And I think the mod author definitely did say that they were updating this map a little bit. I think they told me that they were doing some stuff with it, so there might be some updates coming. They haven't came yet, at least not to the the game's mod browser itself, and neither on mod.io yet. But they did say something about them working on it, so I'd hope so, because definitely the winter maps are definitely my more favorites, and it's definitely good to see progress being made on something like this. Like, it's, you know, it seems like with maps in these games and stuff like that, the maps are not truly ever finished. You're always constantly up there trying to update them and improve them and stuff like that. Trying to make them better all around for everyone. I'm doing engine damage somehow. This thing shouldn't be taking engine damage. It's probably got like a half-inch thick fucking skid plate underneath it. To protect everything so it can't get shot. Trying to figure out where where's a spot where I can... Oh, that's probably a bad idea. Let's not do that. Just back it on up. Yeah, there's my spot. There's my little shortcut. Right there. Just gotta hope not to flip. Flippity-doo-dah, flippity-day, right through the trees. Anyway. Ah, I'm getting caught. I think I'm being pushed up against this tree here. I think that's what's happening. Yeah, I'm being pushed up against the trees here. See if I can pull my front end over. Yeah, I'm a little bit top heavy. I don't know if you couldn't tell. There we go. It's much scarier in first person. I know, because I've been near terrain like this during my trucking jobs and stuff through the mountains. On little side roads that are specifically cut for the trucks, and that's it. They're not an official road. Just so the truck can get in there, get loaded, and then bring the trees down the mountain to be cut into boards and stuff. This was definitely a type of thing we went through, where it's just cliffside, or a big old steep hill with bushes and trees and rocks on one side, and then bushes and trees and rocks on the other side, but a big steep cliff going downwards. And if you slipped off of that, you were done. That was it, man. Okay, better turn before I fall over. So yeah, we're gonna try and bridge across this. See, the place I want to bridge across is probably about here-ish. But not here, but right in front of me here. So I can go around this big old steep puddle, but this section right here is pretty bad. And it's pretty deep, as you can no doubt tell. Actually, I could probably trek across there too. Hey, that's the way you're intended to go. Okay. Put on the parking brake. Let's get my anchors down. Okay. Get my bridge in place. I might have to reposition slightly. This is kind of leaning in towards the river, and that's not a good thing. Let's undo my anchors here. See if I can rotate it slightly. Oh. Might have it down a little too far. Yep, had it down a little too far. Seeing if I can get it more flat here. I mean, yeah, the bridge is going to be underwater, but you won't be going through as deep, so that trucks that aren't massive beasts like this, they don't have to worry about it. If we rotate it like this, I think that would probably be good. I mean, it still is leaning off into the river, but I don't think I really have a choice there. So we're going to lower it all the way down now. Okay. Nope. Come on. There we go. And then we're going to detach. Yeah. A little bit of a steep part here. I'm just going to drive over it to kind of level it out. Oh. Falling off, slipping off. See, can I attach? Let's attach to it. Let me drive forward a little bit. That's a little bit further in. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah. Hopefully don't float away. Oh, or hopefully that don't happen. Back up. Gotta stay on top of that thing. That keeps us somewhat safe above the water, I suppose. Just gotta go slowly over it. And yeah, just a little dip right there. Yeah, I think it's being just floating. That's gonna float off, isn't it? As soon as I get on top of it. Oh, I'm not on top of the bridge. Go, go, go! Yeah, maybe that's not the best spot for that. It does seem to want to float away. Maybe it'll stay there though. But at least It's not so bad. That's when I get off of it. When I go to drive on it, it like sinks down. Yeah, gets pushed. Okay. I like that. Now we just need another one. It's not very long, is it? Not as long as I was hoping. I don't think this is meant to be a road. Like, it wasn't meant for this. Like, somebody's been driving through this area. And not just me, either. Yep. So we'll go ahead and head back, grab another bridge, and then come down and finish that route out. Okay, so I changed my mind here. I went ahead and went with we'll just go with the big semi here. Triple axled, dual tired semi. Beast of a semi. So I'm going to get in this truck and I'm going to go ahead and remove it from service for now. Because I need the trailer. A little bit dark. I'm going to go ahead and remove it from service. The autosave. For the moment. Okay. And we'll go with the modded. It's going to be much easier to get through that terrain. So yeah, we're going with a little wood and more. We're going to pick up the stuff on this side, and then we're going to cross the river, because the delivery point is also across that river. And so is one of the pickup points, so I'm going to go ahead and attach. Oh, the trailer's too far away. Oh, whoops. I'll attach it. There we go. Hooray! Now we're going. And there ain't much that can stop this truck. There ain't much. That's why it's OP. It's a mod that's super OP. It even says it's OP. It's way overpowered. But for the video, for the interest of the video being entertaining enough for people to even look at, we're going to go ahead and use the OP truck. Okay, so our first destination is going to be there. Then we're going to come by the lumber mill, go there, and then we're going to head down and around. So yeah, we got to go pick up a few things from here. We might have to make a few trips. I might take up all this video, just this one mission. And it looks like we got 5 concrete slabs, 4 wooden planks, concrete slabs. Those aren't the dual ones, right? Those are the singles. So if they're the duals, you can only fit 2 on the trailer that I'm carrying right now with this a 5 slot. And if they're a dual slot trailer, or dual slot, it's going to be annoying. Lost Chevy. But I already got that mission done. That mission's done. I don't know what causes that. It's so weird. Go ahead and head on our way here. head right on up this hill. Now, like I said, there's nothing that can stop this truck, so there ain't much. But yeah, you can't, when you're building maps and stuff, you also can't, I'm sure a lot of map makers know this, but just saying in general, you can't plan for modded trucks to be used on your map, because if you do that, then you'll end up in a situation where anybody that's playing the vanilla game that doesn't want mods other than the map itself, it can't get through the map because the vanilla trucks are too weak to be able to get through the map at all. Nope. Get back on your wheels. There we go. So yeah, it's just one of them things. Like me, yeah, definitely. If I was, well, I am building a map. I was gonna say if I was building a map, it's like, wait, I am building a map technically. I mean, I haven't touched it in a few months. And don't even ask for the map because, well, it doesn't even have missions on it. Half the map's not even done, or over half the map, I should say. So what do we need? We need wood planks, concrete slabs, metal beams, concrete blocks, bricks, service spare parts. So we can get the service spare parts here. We can get the bricks here. Just trying to. And we can get the metal beams here. So metal beams 1. So we get bricks, service spare parts, and metal beams. Okay, so metal beams 1. Service spare parts 1. And bricks 2. I think you planned for that. Because I can't get concrete slabs here. Alright, so we won't be able to stop by that other place yet, but that's a really good planning for the mission there. It's planned because you don't want people you don't want it being too repetitive. You don't want them having to come back like 3 or 4 times to one location to pick up stuff. Especially if they have to travel. Now, if they have to travel short distance, then that's not bad. But if they have to travel super long distance, they're gonna get extremely annoyed with that. Like, if you had put, like, say we needed like 3 sets of metal beams, or 4 sets of metal beams, that's 2 trips already, plus all the other stuff, Generally, 1 to 2 trips is probably a good. Like, I wouldn't mind coming back here a second time, but given the distance, I would probably mind it more. I'd probably be a little more annoyed with it that I had to come all the way back over here just to get one thing. So yeah, and I'm not talking to the map maker of this map specifically, I'm just talking in general, by the way. In case you were wondering. They did a really good job here with this mission. So far, anyway. It seems like it was thought out and planned and whatnot. We need supplies to expand the house for a concrete pad. I don't know what kind of concrete pad you're building and why you need these giant metal beam tube thingies. I mean, maybe you need a few of them. If you're building like maybe a, going the right way? Yes. If you're building like a overhang. I never did understand what service spare parts are for this game. What's the true meaning behind the service spare parts and the vehicle spare parts, the vehicle service spare parts? Like the vehicle service spare parts, I know that the vanilla game they didn't think that out too much either. But what they really should have done was had the ability to, instead of fixing the vehicles directly, with like repair points and maybe fueling them up as a side thing, but the vehicle service spare parts should have been delivered to rescuing vehicles. the vehicles that the game gives you. I don't know why the vanilla game does not do stuff like that. They should. That would make way more sense. And the service spare parts, you're servicing the building or whatever. Servicing a building or a piece of equipment or something like that. That'd make more sense. They didn't think it out either. Yeah, this mission so far, at least for that. Oh, for the RV. What are we building, an RV as well? I think we're building a trailer house with all this stuff. With all the wood planks and whatnot. This mission specifically, if you want my opinion, like my opinion on it. If you don't want my opinion, then skip like 30 seconds. My opinion for this mission, it would make more sense, at least to me. It'd make more sense. They're doing a concrete pad for the RV. More than likely in that scenario, they would want concrete bags instead. But maybe because it's winter, they want concrete slabs because they're already poured, which makes more sense. Okay, now that I think about it, never mind. Ignore me. Think about it. Since it's winter, you can't pour concrete. For those who don't know about pouring concrete, you cannot pour concrete when it's cold. Especially you can't pour concrete when it's raining, or snowing, or any kind of weather like that. You need warm, sunny days for pouring concrete. If you pour concrete in the winter, what'll happen is you'll get a bunch of excess moisture in your concrete mix as it's trying to cure and dry, and it'll crack. It'll chip. It just all around will be just a bad time, and you'll just be wasting concrete. It won't cure properly, it'll be extremely weak, stuff like that. Like, you always know a bad concrete pour if you grab a piece of the concrete that's broken off and you could break it with your bare hands. That's a really, really bad concrete pour. I've been in that situation. They had a concrete slab poured, and they poured it when it was way too cold. Big old concrete slab was poured when it was way too cold. And it was chipping off, so they sent us out to try and fix it. This is when I was working for Department of Transportation and working with one of the rest areas out there on the interstate. You know, the rest areas where you pull off the interstate and you go to the bathroom, stuff like that. Well, they had this concrete pad poured out, and that they were doing something with. They just poured it not too long ago, like less than a week. We came out there because people were complaining that it was all cracked and nasty, that it's falling apart, that concrete pad. So I went out there and I grabbed a piece, and I just broke in half with my hands, with my bare hands. No, I'm not a beast like that. I mean, I am a little bit of a beast when it comes to lifting weight and stuff like that, but yeah, it was so weak that I was able to break it with my bare hands. Just take that piece and snap it in half. It's just because they poured it when it was too cold. And they got a bunch of excess moisture in there. So the concrete mix, when it tried to cure when it's too cold and a bunch of excess moisture and all that, it becomes extremely weak. And you can just break it really easily. So you need to pour, if you're going to pour concrete of any type, you need to pour it during the summer. The summer is the best spot, or best time, because that'll provide you with not only a dry condition where you'll have moisture and stuff like that in your concrete mix, or excess from what you've already mixed, but on top of that you'll have a really fast curing time because of how dry and hot it is. And it cures extremely strong. You need to give it a few days still anyway, my personal opinion, but still, During the summertime is the best time to pour concrete. Best time to pour asphalt as well. But there's a thing to asphalt. Now that we're talking about it, if you want to pour asphalt when it's colder outside, and say like it's millings or something, you can reactivate that with diesel. If you get a little bit of diesel in a can, and then you put it into one of those chemical spray bottles that you would normally get for like spraying weeds and such. If you put diesel in that, just straight diesel, and then you spray it on your millings mix, or your winter mix, whatever you want to call it, for um, doing asphalt, like patching a hole or something in your driveway, if you got an asphalt driveway. You can actually pour that on there, and as you're filling up the hole and packing it in, you'll want to pack it in just a little bit at a time. Not fill it up all the way and then pack it. But fill it up partial all the way, do about 2 to 3 steps, and pour a bit of diesel on there. What that does is it reactivates the oil inside that millings. It reactivates the oil so that it becomes more malleable, and it allows it to bond. So what we would do in the Department of Transportation, we were patching holes out on the interstate, the part of the interstate that was asphalt, and we were just patching holes during the wintertime because it was too cold to actually pour fresh asphalt. It was way too cold. It wouldn't stay warm very long. And so what we'd do is we would take millings, which we had a giant pile of millings. We would put some shovelfuls or put like a bucket full or so in the back of the truck, and then take a little spray with diesel in it. Have I picked up this mission before? Yes, I have. Okay, that's the one. So we need to go to right here, it looks like. So yeah, and then what we do is we would spray it, scoop it out of the back of the dump truck, into the hole, fill it. We'd also spray the hole too, so before you put anything in there, spray the hole. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Good job on this one. I like this. Looks like a construction site. Looks like they're actually building something here. Is this another mission or the same one? They got like two. Why did they got giant tubes? That's funny. But yeah, they got like a little bin. Fuel run, except. Oh, do they want us to bring fuel to their truck, to their equipment? There's the RV. That's pretty nice. I like the world building. Good world building is definitely have that on like delivery sites and stuff like that for whatever job you're delivering to. Kind of do a little bit of world building. That sounds incredibly. And there's all that stuff. Okay, so now all we need is concrete blocks, concrete slabs, and wood planks. So. So we're gonna go get whatever we can, I suppose. What happened in here? I don't think I want to do that. Let's back up. Try not to hit their little shed back there. Hey, stop it! Stop turning left! Stupid controller. I will never play this game with keyboard and mouse. I will never play any kind of major driving games, the ones that are actually driving games. I'm gonna run into their RV, aren't I? No, we're good. Nope. I ran into the skip, though. Out of my way, stupid skip. But yeah, and yep, you just spray down your millings, or even winter mix. They do. There are some places that do sell what's called a winter mix, which is basically asphalt in a bucket. You get asphalt in a bucket. And it's got special chemicals and stuff in there to keep it so or to make it so it bonds correctly to whatever you're putting it into. How do I get over to you? We've been to that warehouse before. Oh, it's to the right. Okay. I was trying to remember. Man, they need to really they need to fix this road. This is not a road. This is just everybody drives wherever they feel like. Wherever's best to drive, man. I'm also taking lessons from you a little bit too when I was working on my map as well on some different stuff. I was taking lessons and such. So it's like because when you drive in the map and you do your missions and stuff like that, um, and you're testing out your map and stuff like that for the vanilla trucks and whatnot, definitely gives you a little bit of perspective of how things are and how things are going to be. So you can kind of learn from other people that make maps to see how they design theirs. And if they've got like a really high rating and stuff like that, you can kind of take it with a grain of salt, of course. Try not to copy them directly. At least I wouldn't. For me personally, I wouldn't try to copy them directly. Try to find your own style. Yeah, I've definitely taken some lessons from this for building and such. Not from this map specifically, just from a few maps in general. Alright, concrete blocks. Concrete slabs. Oh, we need a bunch of those. Dang it, should have brought a bigger trailer. Concrete blocks. They just need one concrete block, so we'll take that one to them. Alright, luckily this one's not too far. This is really good. If you want your players to deliver a bunch of stuff, then you want to have the location somewhat close to the delivery point. Because again, repetition, people hate repetition. They absolutely hate repetition. It's definitely what gets you down votes in a map. Not me personally. I mean, I may be annoyed with the map or whatever. Whenever that time comes, I may be annoyed with it or whatever. But I'm not gonna give it a thumbs down because of that. Because it's tedious. Now, the only time I will ever thumbs down a map is when it's very, very poorly designed. Just, especially like some of the maps in SnowRunner that I used to download. I'd download one map. It's like, oh, this map sounds cool. And like, it's unfinished. It's a work in progress, but we're working on it, whatever. And I get into the map, and it's completely flat. A few trees and rocks here and there. Maybe a little road here or there. Maybe even a mission or two. It's just like, what the... Why release it in that state? I mean, I get for releasing it early so that you can kind of give people a chance to play a map a little bit early. But that seems a bit too early when it's just nothing. Like you drive from one side of the map to the other with no effort. It's just like, well, what was the point there? What was even the point of downloading this pile of crap? It's like, I get that you're working on it and stuff, it just... That seems way too early. It's like releasing a game that doesn't function on Steam. Which has happened, by the way, if you've ever seen it. I have actually bought a game or two. This happened more than once, where I bought a game for, I don't know, like $5 or whatever, and not much. But they're charging for it, and you buy the game, and the game does not function. Like, it somewhat functions. Like, you could do a few things, but a lot of the stuff is definitely early access. And they have the early access tab or tag on it. It definitely is an early access game. So, but I thought it'd be more finished than that. But that's really annoying because it's just like you get into the game, only half the functions work, and it's just like, yeah, just return it. There's no point in playing a game that's A game that you can't even do anything in because, well, it's too unfinished. I don't know how I got started on that tangent. I get started on tangents that I don't even know why or how or when or where even. Okay. Alright, so now we gotta get... Okay, this might be a little bit annoying. I'd lower this concrete slab maybe to 4. Because most people are going to have, when they have trailers and such, they're going to have either a 5-slot trailer like mine, or if they have a truck, it's going to be a 4-slot truck. Or a 2-slot trailer, you know. Ah! Fuck. How did I fuck that up? I think this truck is OP. And it can reach forever. I'm just gonna back up like this. I was not paying attention. Plus I have been drinking a little bit of Kool-Aid, so I like drinking Kool-Aid late at night. Delicious. And takes away the pain. And I don't mean mental pain. Although that could be a thing. But or that is a thing. No, it could be. It is a thing. But yeah. Physical. It just sucks. It really sucks. That one of the best things you can do in your life is sit. I can still get up and move around, luckily, just not as well as I should be able to. And that back surgery should have done a lot more than it did, but it is what it is. Okay. I should not talk about that. I should stop talking about that kind of stuff. Because then that makes people feel sorry for you, and then it's just like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Did I miss my turn? No, we're good. Just gonna follow this road here. Yeah, I definitely lower the concrete slabs down to 4. And then raise the bricks or whatever we picked up here, or no, concrete block. So lower the concrete slab down to 4 that you need, and raise the concrete block up to 2 instead of just 1. So you're not really lowering the amount of trips and stuff that we had to take. It's just I can't fit 3 concrete slabs on that because they're 2 slots. So I don't know, just something to think about. Because 5-slot trailers are definitely the most common in this game. So they're most commonly used because they're the most common trailer. But because you have 5 on here, I have to, after this trip, I have to make a third trip just to pick up 1 more set of concrete slabs. So just to pick up a 2-slot out of 5-slot trailer, unfortunately. I definitely lower that down. So if you have 2-slotted stuff, I definitely have that in like the even numbers. So that if you have a trailer this kind of setup like I do, where it's just a 5-slot trailer, I don't have to make 3 trips. I don't know. I'm just kind of complaining a little bit. Just something to complain about, I guess. Yeah, I'd rather not have to take 3 trips over here unless picking up other things. At least it's close, so I don't have to travel halfway across the map, so I guess that's a good thing. Oh, and by the way, just for other people, so that they know, I may complain about stuff, and I may suggest stuff, but it's never a demand. I'd never demand anything from a map maker, because they do this for free, so there is no point in demanding um, demanding stuff, because then that's just annoying to the content creator. And I'm not talking about YouTube, obviously. I'm talking about content creation as in creating this map and providing it for content of the game. Yeah, I'm just making suggestions, and I may complain about stuff and whatnot, but that's all it is. Just small complaints and little suggestions. That's it. I'm not forcing or trying to force um, the map maker into doing something to their map that I want because I'm a single person out of however many people download this thing. You know, because that's the thing with content creators. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. It's just with content creators. A lot of the stuff you see, like mods and stuff, what people seem to fail to they fail to remember when they're complaining about stuff or whatever, especially if they're serious and not just kind of complaining about this, but it's not that big a deal thing like me. But where they're seriously complaining and seriously demanding somebody do something about this thing, this something, is you got to remember that they do it for free. It is free content. This is a free mod. You're not allowed to charge for it because legal reasons and whatnot. So, yeah. Just remember that they do it for free. It's like, even if their content is absolutely shitty, which this one's not, by the way, that's just an example. Even if their content is extremely shitty, it's still free. So just remember that. And even me, being a noob tuber, I call myself a noob tuber because, well, I'm new to YouTube. Technically, I'm new to YouTube. I mean, I've been part of YouTube since 2013, but I've not released serious videos since this year. So since the beginning of this year, that's when I really started making serious business of it. And even though I'm I'm going up in subscribers and views and all that stuff, I still do this for free. I still provide you content for free, even though my content may be shitty and boring sometimes. I get it. I don't have the money to be able to edit like the big YouTubers do, and stuff like that. I'm way too broke. So that's why all my content's like super long and super boring a lot of the time. It's just because I don't really have the means of making good videos, good content. But I also I feel there's a double-sided coin there, that there is something, at least to me. This is my own personal opinion on YouTube, making YouTube videos. Is there something wholesome and down to earth um, about somebody doing longer content and more in-depth content, like what I do is like hour-long, 2-hour-long videos where they're showing off more and more of the game. I'm not skipping around and making it entertaining for people. I'm just doing straight up gameplay. I feel it's more wholesome and stuff like that. Um, Although that's not dishing or downing any of the content creators that do that stuff. I mean, there's some of the most popular content creators on YouTube is the ones that, they have like a 30-minute video or a 15 to 30-minute video on just that one, just the one on the trailer. But they're doing that 15 to 30-minute video over something that took many hours to make, and then they have to edit and cut out and make it to where it's entertaining for people, add sound effects, add zooms, and all the fun stuff that's entertaining to watch for a lot of people. And that's why they're some of the most popular gaming YouTubers on the platform. But me, I'm more like the longer content. I like seeing a lot of the stuff. I mean, I don't want to see everything, obviously, not every single second. That's why I do kind of skip around But I do like the longer content, something I can just, um, if I'm going to watch content, which I don't have time for much anymore, like I used to. I used to have more time where I could binge watch content for hours at a time because it's better than watching movies anymore for your entertainment pleasure. Yeah, I like watching longer content, and that's the kind of YouTuber I want to be. But the only problem is it's not popular. It's not something that you can make money on right away. It's not something that's going to take off right away. Um, and you got to be entertaining enough in order to make it, which I am not. So if you're going to do hours of content, but that's why I release a lot of content and many hours. It's just because that's more. That's just more content. Like I know it kind of goes against my channel when I say I like quality over quantity when it comes to updates and stuff like that. The video stuff too. I got kind of a weird thing going on where I'm doing quantity over quality, but the only problem is, or the only difference is between me doing that and say like a game developer releasing tons of updates that are junk because they're doing quantity over quality. Is the only difference there is I don't have the ability to make it better right now. When I get the ability to make my videos better and more entertaining to watch, I will definitely do that. I just don't have the ability, and I don't want to go for the free editors, the free video editors and stuff like that. Half of them, you get the video editor, and it's just you get the video editor, you get all the features for like a month, and then most of the features get cut from your application because it was just a free trial. That's it. Okay, now we gotta go back across the river there. So then your videos will be a lot better for like a month or so, and then all of a sudden they go back to being what they used to be. That's not good for retention of your audience over a long period of time. I'd rather have one of the good video editors, but it's just that the problem is that some of those video editors that the big YouTubers use are really, really expensive. And you may think, oh, it's not that expensive. It's only like this much or whatever. Most of those are like subscriptions. So you get the application and you got to subscribe and pay into every month. Either that or you got to pay like hundreds of dollars for some of those video editors. And they're good, you get what you pay for. But it's like, damn it, I just don't have the money to do that. So I thought, well, I'll just start out my YouTube content here. And maybe I can get up to a point where I can start making money, and then I can invest back into making my content way better, more entertaining, stuff like that. But it's still going to be, I'm going to try to keep the same format as I've been going because, once you get up to that point where you can start making money on YouTube, if you suddenly change a lot of stuff, you're going to lose those. You're going to lose that support again for a little bit, unless you're certain people where they just blow up. You have like one or two videos that are just, they go viral and whatnot. And spread all over the internet really quickly, and then you've gained hundreds of thousands of subscribers extremely quickly. I know that's not that way all the time, but yeah, it's just getting to that point. So yeah, and that's all leading up to my point here is that it's so anybody you see, any channel on YouTube that you see that has under 1,000 subscribers. And some of them even over 1,000 subscribers, more than likely they're still doing content for free. Free on the platform. Like, I don't get paid to do this. I don't get paid to make videos. And stuff like that. Which is, I'm fine with. I'm not in it for the money anyway. I'm in it for sharing the passion of playing video games. I'm just gonna go around that bridge, screw it. Yeah, I'm in it for the passion of sharing my passion with other people, sharing the games that I like to play, and stuff like that. Because I know I thought about it for years before I started this year. That it's just like, why don't I just, when I play games that I like to play, why don't I just record it? You know, just record it, talk about it, stuff like that. It took me a while to get comfortable to be with videos by myself, but being in videos by myself, I still am extremely boring and whatnot. So it's just one of them things. Um, and I don't have like I said, I just don't have the ability to make my videos any better than currently what they are right now because I don't have the money to do that. It does take money to turn this into a business, so maybe one day, we'll get up to that 1,000 subscriber count and whatnot, and be able to become a YouTube into the YouTube partner program and start making a little bit of money, which I'd be happy with doing. But obviously, most of that money, I would say about 90% of it, would probably go back into, or not probably, it would go back into making content better for you guys. So, because you guys got me there to that point where I could start making money with videos, why don't I invest it back into there to make my videos more entertaining for you guys, make things better for you guys to watch, that kind of stuff. That definitely is my plan, but that could be years down the road, so we just don't know. Man, you guys have gotten me on a tangent. I need to just quit. This is about the map. Like I said, if you came to this video expecting a good map review, I apologize. Sure. Okay. Yeah, my map review for this map, I would say it's definitely a good map. Might need a few little tedious things here and there, but overall, it's decent. You know. Um, and what I mean by decent, you may think that, oh, decent sounds terrible. No, I mean like I would give it out of 10. Uh, I get a 7. I give it a 7 out of 10. There's definitely some things that need to be improved, but it's not to the core map. Things that need to be improved is more opinion based, and it's just opinion based. I'd say for the improvement stuff, it's just opinion based. Whatever the person playing it thinks it needs. I'm gonna take a little shortcut. Um, but yeah, it's definitely opinion based stuff. In my opinion, what needs to be improved, but not everybody is going to feel that way. So, but what I would say though is, I guess, kind of roundabout way of saying, yeah, yeah, the person that made this map, me, a lot of content creators on YouTube that are not in the partner program. We all do this for free. There's no payment unless unless maybe if you were like a private contractor making YouTube videos for a company and that's all you did, maybe then you're making money. Well, you're making external money anyway. But me, I don't make a single cent off of the videos that you guys watch. That's not a bad thing either. That's not to say, oh, there's no point in liking the video, commenting on the video, subscribing. There's no point in that then. No, there's plenty of point in it. It's just we got to work this channel up to getting to that point. So, um, because and I get it too. I get why YouTube has the partnership program. There's requirements for it. I completely 100% understand because they don't want to be paying out to small YouTubers that only have like 20 subscribers or maybe 100 subscribers. 500 subscribers, maybe there would be a good point, but yeah, ones that aren't active or ones that don't have big viewership, so they're paying pennies out to all these tiny, tiny YouTube channels, like mine. That, you know, like if I was to make money off of this video right now, and let's say it gets, 50 views, 100 views, a couple of likes, a couple of comments. You know how much I'd probably make if I had to guess? Because I don't know. I don't know the how much you do make on YouTube. I'm trying to get to that point where I can know, but there's how much I'd make on that video. I'd probably make, um, in American dollars, I'd probably make like 30 to 50 cents. I'd probably make a couple of quarters on that video. Um, so I can understand why YouTube doesn't want to pay those. And especially bot accounts and stuff like that. You got to have some kind of criteria to avoid that kind of stuff to paying for. Oh, this account has 20 subscribers, and has one video with like a couple hundred views because it's a troll video or whatever, and some likes and some dislikes and a few comments and stuff like that. They don't want to be paying out to a bot account either. I get that because there's only so much. There's only so much YouTube can give. Because they basically they just about single-handedly, in a way, made making content like this into a job. But yeah, we definitely got to meet the criteria. Which the criteria are you got to have the two-step verification for your channel, which means it's got to be a secure channel. You got to have 1,000 subscribers minimum. That is the minimum, 1,000 subscribers to be in YouTube Partner Program. You also got to have, 4,000 watch hours per month or something like that? I can't remember. You got to have a high viewer hour count, which is 4,000. So that's pretty damn high. I don't know if it's per month. It might be per month. I'm not 100% sure about that, but yeah, it's per month. Gotta have that as well. I think there's one more other criteria. I can't remember. There's somewhere between 4 and 6 criteria, and then not only that, but you also got to pass. When you do sign up for the YouTube Partner Program, your channel gets manually reviewed as well. It gets manually reviewed to make sure they're going to put you in the YouTube Partner Program to make sure you're good enough. I would say, and then you could start monetizing your videos and such, and then they'll start paying you. And the algorithm changes constantly. By the way, they're always changing the algorithm and stuff like that. For one video, you might have been being paid by views and likes and stuff, and then for another video, you're being paid for the amount of hours and such. I don't know why they do it like that, but they do it like that. Keep changing the algorithm, keep changing the requirements for the algorithm and whatnot. So, even us, small content creators, we don't know what the true algorithm is because they keep changing the damn thing. Like there's no way to capitalize on specific things when it just keeps changing. Once somebody big figures out the algorithm and then shares it with the world, they then have to change the algorithm. Which I think is hilarious. It's okay. It's fine. It is what it is. We're not a political channel, so we don't have to worry about any of that crap. I do know that, at least with talking with a few other people that have been through some stuff like this, or watching videos on stuff like this, things like that, that you do have to be a bit family friendly when it comes to your content. Starting out, at least, if you want to be in the partner program. I need to get off this tangent. Off this road here. But hey, we've been promoted and we got a bunch of money. Cool. This old house crew is stopping by next week to see the progress. We're having a party and you are certainly invited. Oh, thank you. Where's all the materials? What are you doing? I don't know. But yeah, if I was to make a map for this game as well, I would not only play it on the YouTube channel, so I'd be doing a double free content. I guess I am kind of doing that with Planet Coaster, because I'm playing on my own personally designed map, and I'm making a video about it, or making videos about it every now and again. So there's that. Okay, so those. I need to go here. Oh, we need consumables too, so we should pick those up where we're on this side of the river. And so we just need to exit and then follow this road, or follow that onto that road there. Okay, we'll finally be going up to the farm. That's probably what we seen last episode as well. So that'll be pretty nice. But yeah, I also understand too that when it comes to me making content, it's the game that makes the content and not me personally. My personality is extremely boring. I do try to make it more lively and stuff like that. It's really far outside of what I'm used to doing. I mean, I'm starting to get into the groove of it a little bit, but yeah, it's still definitely the game that makes the content right now. Like, people tune into this channel, they tune into the videos and stuff to watch the game. They don't tune in to listen to me drone on about random crap. it's one of them things, man. And I understand it fully, so it's, you know, you don't have to go, oh, and pity me and whatnot. You don't have to pity me or patronize me or whatever. It's like, I understand what it is. And definitely, you didn't come here to listen to me talk about it. You just came here to watch the game. Or you're sleeping right now. Wake up! Apologies. I definitely have one of those professor voices that would put you to sleep in college. You probably, I think most of my views, I'm not sure about this. I'm just guessing here, but I think most of my views definitely comes from people who put on like one of my longer playlists, and then they just play it as they sleep, which that's not a bad thing. I do that all the time with other YouTube channels, especially ones I like to watch that have really long, like a really long playlist. I'll just turn on that playlist. Now, I'll only do that if I've watched that playlist before, if I watch those videos and stuff like that. And I just need something to kind of put me to sleep. I'll put on a playlist and then just let it play and then sleep to it. Man, we're going to spend half this video talking about YouTube. But yeah, that's exactly what I do. So I do it to other YouTubers as well, which is fine and all. I mean, that gets me views. It gets them views, stuff like that. How do we get up to this farm? There's a trailer there that I don't care to have, but how do I get... Oh, maybe I should have just followed the road. There's a road leading up there. Okay, it's alright. Just going up here for no reason. Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's just, I guess this whole roundabout way is just, if you have forgotten what I'm talking about, is just, yeah. The map creator does this for free for this game. The mods that I'm playing with, they're all done free. People just passionate about making mods and such. But again, it's all free content. So yeah, me complaining and stuff like that, it's just a thing. But I also understand too that this stuff is for free. That's why I'm not demanding or anything like that, because I do understand that being a content creator myself for YouTube, two consumables, yeah. Being a content creator for YouTube, I definitely understand the whole we're doing it for free, and people aren't appreciative of it as they should be. Like, not everybody, but there are some out there that are definitely not appreciative. Um, they're definitely, if it doesn't meet their standards, they're definitely pissed off at you for it. It's like, man, make better content. And it's just like, did you pay for this mod? No. Um, so why are you complaining? Type of thing. Type of thing. Are you? Did you know that I'm doing this for free? I'm not being paid. So if you don't like it, you can fuck off. I don't know. I have that attitude sometimes. Luckily, I haven't had any of those type of commenters on my channel. We've been extremely lucky to have really good commenters and stuff like that. Really good people that want to see the channel grow and stuff like that are definitely on. They're definitely a part of the company. It's a fun idea and stuff like that. So if you want to be a part of the company, there's quite a few ways you can subscribe down below. You can there is a subscriber link on the main YouTube channel on the picture there, the pictures. Eventually, I'm going to change that backsplash to. I got an artist who's working on a backsplash for the channel, so I got a hold of an artist that's going to do that for me because I'm not a good artist, and he's also a personal friend of mine. So I've asked him to do it, and he's working on it and whatnot. He's been extremely busy lately, past couple months, so not much progress has been done. Plus, again, he's also doing that for free. He's doing that as a favor, so I'm not going to sit there and go, "Hey, where's my backsplash? You told me you were going to do one. Where is it? Come on, Jinx, do it, man." He's not watching this, I'm sure. He's definitely not watching this. He's way too freaking busy right now. Him and his wife, extremely too busy. They're also the people that he played 7 Days with a while ago. But yeah, they've been so damn busy that we haven't been able to play any games with them in many months lately. But hopefully there'll come a point where they'll have some time to where we can at least once a week, kind of like with my other friend there. I don't have many friends. Most of the friends I have are most of the friends. I mean, all the friends. So pretty much all the friends. I would say 90% of the friends. We'll say 90%. That sounds like a good fair number. 90% of the friends that I have on like Steam and Discord, stuff like that, 90% of them are all close circuit friends. There's a few out there that I don't know personally, and I haven't really got to know very much at all. Not that they're not friends. I wouldn't accept their friend request if they weren't friends. I don't have just random people that I don't know on my friends list. And if I ever do, I usually remove them anyway, eventually. Don't worry about that though. Because I'm also one of those antisocial bastards. Was it anti? So it's A, S, B, ASB, antisocial bastard. I'm one of those. I always like having a close knit friend group. friend and family groups. People that I've known personally for years, especially personally. Like the one friend I play with on Construction Sim, I actually know him in real life. I used to live in his house at one point. There was a point in my life where I was living in his house, in his basement, because he has a full built basement where it's a bedroom, bathroom, living room, laundry room. The only thing we shared in his house was the kitchen. There was only one kitchen, but it was a fully built basement, and I rented it from him for I think a few years actually. It was a good time. I enjoyed that. I don't know where I'm going on this tangent. I just go off on a tangent, and then I just go off and do that, and it's funny. It's like, what am I even talking about anymore? Okay. So we just need to, yeah, playing the map and stuff. So yeah, I guess it all kind of goes back to what I was talking about with the map, as well as just, this map's done for free, so definitely appreciate it. I mean, you could downvote it, it's fine. You can even download my videos, it's fine. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You know, I'm not going to argue with you and go, why don't you like it, you piece of shit? It's just, I'm joking there, by the way. But yeah, it's you can dislike it if you dislike it. You just got to remember too that um, both me and the creators of mods that I'm using today, especially the map mod, especially so since the map mods I would say take a little bit longer than some of the other mods I've used today. Maybe not. I don't know. They're different worlds with 3D modeling stuff. They're different worlds, but anyway, they're definitely done for free. So you know, just remember that fact when you're um, trying to suggest something to a content creator. Um, but since I um, have talked with the map creator of this map personally and stuff like that, um, I feel that I can suggest a little bit more. I feel more comfortable suggesting stuff, but I'm still I'm still in that point where it's just like, I know what you're going through. I know what it's like to build maps, and somewhat anyway. You built a lot more maps than I have. Definitely, I don't have a single map done yet, and you have several. Um, but yeah, I definitely know what it's like to do this kind of content for free, and you only do it because you have a passion for the game and stuff. It's like, just remember that these type of maps are done for free. That doesn't mean you have to like it. That, at least in my personal opinion, that doesn't mean you have to like it. That doesn't mean you have to give it praise and stuff like that. Give it praise if you like or whatever. But just remember the fact that it is done for free. So, and it has to be. There's no way that the content creators of the mods for this game, there's no way that they can make money off the mods, because at the end of the day, they're still using assets, they're still using code, and they're still using a lot of the stuff that was personally put together by the developers of the game itself that the mod is made for. So we need 2 wooden planks. I can't get anything else there, so just wooden planks. Okay. And then the rest of it will be brought up too. And when it comes to the YouTube creators, especially small ones, I think there's a lot more YouTube creators than there used to be. That's probably why there's very few, or there's not very few, I'd say there's quite a few up in the millions, but they've worked really hard to get there. Which maybe one day we'll reach those kind of levels. I would definitely like to reach into the thousands of subscribers. I think that'd be incredibly awesome if we could reach those kind of levels, just so we can make good content, stuff like that. Because that's definitely my ultimate goal, is to make good content. I definitely want to make stuff that people want to watch, but I want to make an abundance of content still, to where people got choice. Like, because if you release only one video a day, I feel like you're limiting. Maybe if you're making, if you're making money, you're in the you're in the hundreds of thousands to millions of views. Maybe that's a little different, but you're definitely, to me, you're definitely limiting on whether a bunch of people are going to watch your content or not. Because I experienced this myself as a viewer. For a lot of YouTube channels, the big YouTube channels that I watch, is if that content creator doesn't release a video on something that I want to watch, well, I'm just simply not going to look at their new video that they put out. Yeah, they put a lot of work in it and whatnot, but at the end of the day, if it's a video that I'm not interested in, I'm not going to watch it. Not because I hate the content creator or whatever, but I feel like that's going to happen to me as well. There's going to be a point where, or there probably is. It's probably already happened, I'm sure, where I release content, people just simply don't tune into the channel because what I've released is terrible, or what I've released is something they don't want to watch. Like this. So I always try to release 2 videos a day, so at least you have a bit of a choice. And then the 4 series that I got going on right now. Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. We have a deuce and a half. We have a deuce and a half right here. Can we take this deuce and a half? If I change to it. I can change to it. Okay. Change truck to that. Okay. We're going to take that truck back down to the base here. We'll just back on in. But yeah, I would. My ultimate goal for YouTube is definitely to turn this into a turn this into a business. That's definitely my full intention. Just so that you guys know, I do want to make money on YouTube, because I'm in one of those unique positions where it's extremely hard for me to make a bunch of money. That's why I'm poor. I'm in the poor class. Because my ability to do stuff, especially like I used to be able to do, in like Department of Transportation, working in the irrigation businesses and stuff like that, doing stuff like that, I'm very, very limited now anymore on what I can actually do physically. And the one thing that I know the best, the one skill that I have to get a job is physical labor, or truck driving and physical labor, because I've done it, and I've done it again and time again. That's my only skills. And since I can't do the physical labor part anymore as well as I used to be able to, I'm very, very slow when it comes to physical labor. I'm very, very, very limited on what I can do anymore. One of the other things that I'm passionate about, and I think could be a good thing for me, is being able to do YouTube. And that's and I may complain about YouTube and stuff like that, but YouTube I will eventually have the ability to be able to make money off of something like this, but not in the intent that you may think. I have a passion for sharing my passion with others. I guess it's a thing. So I definitely like to do YouTube and share that experience share my experiences with others, and have those experiences with other people. finally experience it with me. Well, I guess after me, technically, because this is all pre-recorded. And maybe we'll be able to get some applications and programs and stuff like that that can make the content better, as well as I would really love, and I don't have the money for it, but I would really love to be able to get a PC that can do streaming. Because I did try streaming and I loved it, but it was shit. That was a shit streaming series. I was on Twitch there for a little bit, for the small little time that I had on Twitch. I suddenly realized that YouTube was definitely, or not YouTube, but Twitch was definitely a thing that my PC could not do. I quickly realized that. I had an i5 at the time. That was kind of my bottleneck at that point. Because it was shit. I was trying to, I didn't know a whole lot about streaming, and I was trying to use their streaming app, Twitch's streaming app. They actually have an app for Twitch, although it's not that great, I would say. Probably not as good as like Streamlabs or OBS or whatever. But I was trying to use the Twitch app, I was trying to use OBS, just nothing was working, and it was absolute crap content. And I apologize for that again and again and again, 100 times over. Because it was pretty crappy. Just because my PC was not powerful enough to do streaming. But I would like to get back into streaming. I think that would be a lot of fun. Get back into streaming as well as one and one. Okay. As well as doing YouTube as well. Like if I get back into streaming and I have the PC to be able to do it, I'm not going to quit YouTube. That's not going to happen. YouTube, I would definitely stream to YouTube. I don't know about Twitch anymore. I might stay off of Twitch just because being an outside observer of people doing Twitch and stuff like that, there definitely is a thing when it comes to politics and Twitch. Twitch definitely, I would say, follows the rabbit hole of politics a lot more than YouTube does. And they offer, when it comes to making money on Twitch, they definitely offer a lot less than YouTube does. And I say that because of recent events where they were offering less money than YouTube. So a lot of people that were making money on Twitch are going to do both, either do both Twitch and YouTube or switch over to YouTube for streaming. I definitely hope Rumble gets up and going as well. Like I do upload to Rumble as well. It's just Rumble is it's still new, and whatnot, and it's still on the. They're still experimenting with it. They've been trading partners and stuff like that for businesses, and they don't have the convenience that YouTube has. YouTube has a lot of convenience to it, and Rumble does not have that same kind of convenience. I wish they would. I really wish they would get into that. I think that would be a lot better for them if they did. Like, in order for me to have playlists on Rumble, I actually have to create alternate channels. It's still linked to my account, all those alternate channels. They're still linked to my account, so I guess it's fine, pretty much. But still, I have to create alternate channels in order to get playlists on there. So that's why when you see in my description, you see the Rumble channel link will usually link. It's not in this one, personally. There's a Rumble channel, but that just links to one of the main ones. It doesn't link to this because these videos can't be uploaded to Rumble because they're too big. generally the better the graphics, the bigger the bigger the video size. And the longer, obviously, the longer the video, the bigger the video size. And they only have a 15 gigabyte max upload. But I would love to be able to grow on Rumble as well. Because Rumble seems to be more, they seem to be more apt to paying earlier, I guess. Like if you get in good with Rumble, you could definitely make quite a bit of money. What I like about Rumble as well, is the videos on Rumble. As if the person that makes that content has it enabled, plus they get a bonus for enabling this option for earning money on their videos. Is the video you'll see a lot of videos, if they earn money, you'll see how much money they've earned off of that video, which is really nice. That's a really cool feature, I think. And I definitely have mine enabled, but I'm not making money, so you're not gonna see that. Hey, if the weather holds out, we can start building our garden and other enclosures and grow our own food soon. Nice, good for you. It's very satisfying. Yes, it is. I do a garden. I have a little bit of space for a garden, and it is very, very satisfying to grow your own food. I mostly grow tomatoes, potatoes, bell pepper, squash, cucumber. A lot of the times I fail, though. A lot of my crops end up dying off. It's just because where I live, there's a lot of sand in the soil, so it doesn't tend to have the same kind of nutrients and stuff. It's not as fertile for growing plants and such. It can be done, it just takes a lot of work to do so. And I'm still in that extremely heavy work phase. Okay, so fuel run, need to go there. Oh, and I need to go out there. That's some place I haven't been yet. Maybe we'll switch to a different mission for now. I don't want to go all the way out there yet. Start tracking. Okay. So we need consumables from the farm. All the way across there. That's a very, very long trip. Okay, let's try a different mission for now. Satellite. Maybe start tracking. Service spare parts and cargo container to the satellite. Which we both can get from there. Okay. Yeah, we can do that one. So we'll just head back to the warehouse, grab that, and then we'll come back up that way and do that mission. That might be the last mission we end up doing. And this is, I do bad reviews, don't I? Of maps. My reviews are so bad. I end up talking about other shit. I think it's the game is what caused that. Like, this game is extremely boring for a lot of different stuff. It's not the map, just so you know, it's not the map that makes it boring. It's the game itself. The game is extremely slow and extremely boring a lot of the time. Even with modded trucks, it's still slow and boring a lot of the time. So, yeah, it's, am I missing a headlight? Oh, my headlights are broken. I must have ran into something. But they're still working, apparently? Oh, interesting. I always end up talking about other things other than the map itself. Again, this map is good, so I've definitely give it a look. I haven't shown off a lot of it because since I don't have the ability to make good content on or with editors and stuff, I don't have that kind of ability. I don't have that kind of ability. I can't make a good map review. So that's why I just upload me playing it. I might as well just upload me playing it instead. And then people can get the idea over several episodes. Yeah, I definitely would look forward to updates on this game, or this map, as well as I continue to play it. But again, I think I've said this before. I'll say it again. That this map, I'll play this map. I'll try to finish it as best I can. Hopefully, it's not too terribly long. Um, what I mean by that is, I don't mean to make that sound so horrible. Like I want it to be over. This is definitely not a map I want to be over. Like some of the vanilla maps and stuff like that in the vanilla game. But I would definitely want to finish this map. But I do need to move on for the Sunday Driver series. I definitely need to move on from this game to another one that I can play for a few episodes. But I will definitely try to finish the map to my best ability here. It said cargo container. Cargo container and service spare parts. There you are. Okay, let's go. But yeah, for entertainment purposes, I definitely am going to use other mods, maps and stuff, so I'm not struggling for hours and hours and hours on end. With the vanilla trucks, I have enough experience playing the game with vanilla stuff without mods that to make this 2-hour video would probably take me around 4 to 5 hours to actually complete. Because I'd be cutting out a lot of the trips, because this truck that I'm driving now, this is a mod truck, so this thing makes driving along the map, along any map, much easier. Makes the trips much faster, things like that. But these kind of trips that I'm making right now, while talking about other stuff, is definitely ones that would take much longer with vanilla trucks. That's why I try to not use vanilla trucks. I will sometimes use vanilla trucks and try to use them, but most of the time I'm just going to end up using trucks like this that are OP, just so I can show off the map and show off how good the map actually is without spending twice the amount of time to get some kind of video going. I know we haven't skipped a lot for this map. We haven't skipped a whole lot of travel because it's just I've been talking about other stuff that that I'm passionate about and stuff like that. But again, I'll just not finish my thought there. But again, it's just SnowRunner's one of them games that you can only play in bursts, right? You can only do so many videos on it before you have to go to something else, because the game is just it's to the point where you've lost all passion to play it. Even with mods and stuff, you just lost all passion to play it because it's just tedious and boring. So that's where the modded maps come in to make the game better. That's why you can't follow the example 100% completely when it comes to map making, because when it comes to following the game, vanilla game. Like, there's certain things you want to follow, and then there's a lot of other things in the vanilla game that you want to avoid doing when you're making maps, so you don't bore your players to death, or make it so that the game is so hard, or so long and tedious and boring that nobody's going to want to play it because they have to travel across the map a million times. Even if they plan for it, even if they have jobs to go across the map and they plan for it, so they have to make less trips, it's still tedious and boring. You want to avoid that tedious and boring for the most part. I know that's part of the game. It's just one of them things. I need to go further, I think. Like it says this is the lumber mill, but um, oh, maybe I'll go this way. I see. Just and you got to do a bit of world building. I would definitely work on world building more. Um, that way, that kind of negates because I don't know if you've ever tried this, but there's video games out there, right, that are incredibly tedious and boring, but they're extremely popular. And the reason they're extremely popular is because they have like good world building, they have a good story, they have something that just makes you want to play it, even though it's tedious and boring, and you're doing repetitive tasks constantly. Just like the video that is also going to be going out today, called Project Zomboid. Project Zomboid is a game that's extremely tedious and boring, right? If it wasn't so damn addictive. That's the thing. That's the level you want to reach when it comes to building maps off of or for a game, off of a game. I don't know what I was talking about there, but for a game that makes it so that you have to do tedious and repetitive and boring tasks. Like if you do a lot of, I'm going to stop here for a second. If you do a lot of repetitive, boring tasks like SnowRunner, where you're doing, you're going from point A to point B a few times and whatnot, and you're doing very, very well. This is personally to the map maker of this map. You're doing very, very well with the world building. Gotta say, very, very nice. I love the flavor text. It's really good, like this right here. Great. Now we can stream and watch TV like a normal person. Okay, I guess. That's funny. I like it. See, the world building is really nice, so that makes the tedious and boring stuff worth it. Um, and definitely putting up stuff um, around it to where you're delivering stuff like that. Like that's the thing that makes I would say American Truck Sim is definitely a good example to set for this game for making maps and stuff because even because a lot of the time in that game, uh, you know, for 99% of that game, you're going from point A to point B. You pick up a load, you bring it to a place. But the thing about the game is it's so interesting is because of the world building they've done. The world building they've done, they don't have a story, but the world building they've done, the ability to go to states in the U.S. that you haven't been to, delivering loads and stuff like that, going to different states that maybe you haven't been to or maybe you haven't seen a lot of, to see cool places. Like one of the best ones I like delivering to, it's annoying, but it is cool, is delivering construction equipment to construction sites that they contracted out for trucks, where they're working on a section of a road and you go to a construction site and deliver them construction equipment. That is really cool. That is a really cool world building thing because it feels like you're making a difference. Um, it feels like you're making a difference in the map itself. So if you set your map up, that may be a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it for the players. More and more people are going to like your content because even though they go through all this tedious and boring work to feel like they're making a difference in the map, to feel like they're actually having an impact on the world. And that's the thing that SnowRunner fails to do in a lot of their vanilla maps. Some of them kind of do that, but a lot of them don't, I would say. But definitely, um, you know, because if I'm having to make several trips back and forth across the map, or a couple trips back and forth across the map for a mission, I want the reward to be paid off in more than just money and experience. Money and experience ain't much. Um, to me in this game, personally. To me in this game, that ain't much. It's the impact that I have. Like that satellite thing, that made me laugh because it's hilarious that like normal people being able to stream and watch TV because I went out and helped them build a satellite, or I delivered the materials for them to build a little satellite dish for their house or whatever. Now that's cool because yeah, that was a short trip, but I was able to make an impact on their life by me delivering that thing. So, and that gives me the uh, that gives me um, the whatever it's called. I can't remember the thing in the brain where it makes you feel happy and good, stuff like that. It makes me feel good because I had an impact on them. I had, making them, um, giving them an ability to do stuff they would not or otherwise be able to do, or bringing materials that they would not be able to get unless for me. Um, because of me personally going out there and delivering all these materials to something that led me to have an impact on the world. Stuff like that. That is always a really good um, template to keep, which you've been doing really good about. So, but this is just for other people. If you're going to start building maps and stuff in this game, it's definitely keep it so that at least there's some reward other than money and experience. There's some reward for completing these tasks. Something that's going to not only maybe make your life a little easier for delivering these loads and stuff, giving you money experience is fine, but like what this map maker does is they put like trailers. I have to go clear out across the map to deliver something. There's a trailer there where I can fuel up. I don't have to worry about fuel. There's a trailer there I can just have, or a truck, or other things like that. This map maker does really good on that stuff. So, um, but I think that's going to be all. Yeah, that's we're pretty much we're getting close to the 2 hour mark. Um, we're kind of in between missions, so it's a good time to go ahead and stop here. Yeah, this is definitely a map worth downloading, I would say. Definitely worth your time to try out for yourself. I would say definitely pay attention to some of the story elements in the missions, like I failed to do a few times. But definitely pay attention to read and stuff like that to pay attention to, because that will give you some of the satisfaction to continue playing. Um, I noticed that there's been a jump in this map for likes and stuff like that, so I'm really happy for you. I'm glad that you're getting likes and getting a boost in the likability. Hopefully it continues to go up. The reason I'm not just going to continue to play maps and stuff like that that you make or other people make or review mods and stuff, because that's not because SnowRunner is just one of them games you can only play in short bursts before you get incredibly bored with it and you get burnt out. So, but I would definitely like to finish this map before that happens. So yeah, I would say keep up the great work. And if you are just a viewer seeing this map and stuff, give the map a try. Give them a chance. Give them a chance because they've got some good maps behind them. I haven't seen them all, of course. But definitely get some maps to try. Give them a download. See what you think if you play this game a lot. So, but that's going to be all for this video, for this episode of A Sunday Driver. Oh my gosh, it's bright over there. Really bright. I hope you enjoyed this review of this map. I'm terrible at reviews, so I can understand fully if you don't appreciate it. Appreciate this content. Fully understand. Um, Definitely give this map a like and a download, or a download then a like if you like the content and stuff like that. I would definitely work on that. All the details that you need are in the description. If you don't want to go through mod.io, obviously you can just go to the game's main menu, go to mods, turn off the filters, so you have no filters on. Just type in Winter Wonderland for this map specifically, and you'll get that map, and then download it and give it a try for yourself if you're wanting to try it out. We've only explored when you come to the map. We've only explored this much. All the highlighted areas. That's what we've explored, which is about less than a third, I would say. Maybe a quarter. A quarter of the map has been explored. Less than that, maybe. Oh, we've been up there as well. See, there's a fuel trailer up there that we can either leave or keep or sell, whatever. Um, but yeah, there's quite a few things that we haven't seen yet, so um, we will be continuing this next time on here. On next Sunday Driver, we'll just go ahead and continue right from here and whatnot. So again, hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.